welcome back. We are here for another Run and Bun stream. Last time, excuse me, we made it through the Rustboro gym, defeated Roxanne. Had no deaths throughout the split, which is nice, and we made it through Rust Turf Tunnel and to Verdant Turf. So now we make our way towards Mauville, where Watson awaits us, but not before one chance encounter with a familiar face. So we left off yesterday with the catching of Petalil, who I've never got before. And we definitely have a physical Petalil, the lonely nature. So we're going to probably want to evolve us into the Hisuian version, but we need to get to Mauville in order to do that. Let's see. I have another encounter along the way. I think I'm most likely gonna. We have an option between fishing and grass, and based on the tables, I think we're probably going to fish, but we'll take a look at it when we get there. For now, we're going to jump right into the calc and get going on our first trainer. Let's see if I can remember where we're at and get this all set up. Let's see. So, last trainer was next. Alright. Let me get a clean... I guess we don't need a clean export. I don't think we're going to use Petalil on any of these fights. Switch over to the calc. Here we go. So this trainer, we're looking at Gothitelle, Hitmonchan, Toxtricity, and Sableye. I think we should be able to handle this one. Yeah, I think we should be able to handle this one. And Shadow Tag. Okay, so whoever we start with, we're gonna have to stay in with. So let's make sure it's good. So Sunscorch is a good lead potential. Let's see, anybody else? Dreadnought makes sense because of its strong jaw ability, but it doesn't quite do as much. Fire's not bad. Orbeetle does really well. Let's see, so Orbeetle, what is Orbeetle be? Because we can set up a screen. We don't quite one-shot with Butterflies, but we can set up screens for the future. Let's see, anybody else? Close? Doesn't look like it. Sunscorch is probably a good backup to have. Alright, let's see. Gothitelle, who does Orbeetle baits? Hitmonchan, maybe? Nobody's faster, so nobody sees a KO, so we'll go turn order. So we'll go Hitmonchan. So we could go with a Reflect. And potentially chain with Psybeam. And then Toxtricity comes in. And we go Gligar. Yeah, we'll bring Gligar. Do we have a backup for Hitmonchan? Psychic Flying, let's see. It's gonna be using Shadow Punch. We don't have any normal Pokemon, I don't think. Most are Herdier. Yeah, we don't have any normal types. Bring Togedemaru if we need to take a hit. something for Sableye. Ghost. Dark. I don't know if we have any fairy moves. We just want something to do good damage to it. Looks like artillery does okay. Yeah, if it burns a little less, we're not going to really worry about that as special attackers, so looks like it could work. Berries now, so let's bring Octazooka. It seems to be the most straightforward play. Okay. So we're looking at Orbital, Scorch. Gligar is going to make his first appearance for us. Masquerain stays, and Artillery. I think I called him Octazooka. Let's see. What about status moves? Gothitail's fine. If we're swapping, we're doing Shadow Punch in the Sky Uppercut. So nothing we can really do. Hitmonchan does really well here. I have Reflect on for Sableye. Does that change who we're looking at to finish this off? Scorch does okay. Artillery still does fine, he just takes 2 hits because he's slower, so maybe not Artillery here. That's pretty good. He's got a Citrus Berry. Can we avoid the Citrus Berry? Sparking Wild Charge might be. Take a little damage on him. We can make use of what we have. If we get a Reflect though, we can really help with that foul play. Okay. So I think in that instance we want to bring somebody faster. So let's go with Eldegoss instead of Artillery. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing we're worried about is Will-O-Wisp with Sableye. Do we need anybody? Do we have anybody who relies on physical attacks with us that could use a Frost Berry? Let's see. Gligar. And Gligar does well into electricity, so I think that might be one spot to use it. Scores can't get burned. At least not from this Pokemon. Okay, yeah, I think this looks good. Update the name of the stream. Okay, so I'm just trying to decide if I do Reflect don't think it'll calm line. It's gonna psychic. So maybe I'll do light screen to take less damage. Side beam, reflect, side beam. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Reflect up for somebody switched in. It does have rest. I should have seen that one coming. That's okay. So we're essentially in the same boat as if we did reflect the button as well. I think we just stay in. I was contemplating switching around a lot, but there's really no need. So let's gonna see we have a KO. Hi, sweetheart. And go for a Mach Punch. Mach Punch does nothing to us with Reflect Up, so I kind of want to get Reflect Up again. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to put the screens up. Side beam. So Dexterity is going to be the one we're going to switch on. See some action. Bulldoze. Those is one shot. It says Technician, Blueberry, so it's not gonna hold on. Get us back on a massive payback. Nice. So we have Reflect, so I think I'm gonna take advantage of this and just bulldoze once here. We do have a Rost Berry. The burn. I believe we can just fly twice. We should be defeated. Any priority moves, so we can just do this again. So this next trainer is the one that I usually dread.
Because it's the breeder corgi with the 4 dog type Pokemon. Arcanine, Furfrou, Lucario, Electric, and Button. But I feel like I have a pretty good squad to be able to deal with it and not have too much of a worry. Let's take a look at it though. So Arcanine, Lead, Intimidate, Citrus Berry. So we're going to need to be able to defeat it too. Or do we have like a fake out sort of idea here? So let's see, water types, we have artillery, doesn't quite get the one shot. They're slower, so we get wild charge. Much of the same micro wisp, but if we equip like say muscle magnet, I think we can. We get really close. Let's see, Minion, good water pulse into surf. Now we're not faster, we're just shy faster. Okay, let's see. What about Torpedo doesn't do it? Bomber doesn't do it. And those are all our water types. Could have Fontana if we wanted to. Let's see. What about Gligar and his Bulldoze? That could work. For certain, it's for certain it's going to Will-O-Wisp on the first turn. We use Soft Sand. So we could fly into Bulldoze. 36 plus 56 is 86. 2 minimals. 36 into 56 is 92. Yeah, 2 minimals. That might be a good way to start. No, because if we do soft sand, then we can't get Will-O-Wisp. Though I don't know if we'll click Will-O-Wisp if we fly first. We're slower, so that doesn't necessarily work. It's not Does anybody else work? Let's see. Let's see. What if we were to start with a water type? Say like somebody who gets hit by a big wild charge. Because if we can bait a wild charge into Togedemaru, we can get Iron Barbs and Fake Out Chip. Bait a Flare Blitz into, say, he takes a Flare Blitz blow and the water type. And we get Wild Charge into Outcast to lower speed. If we lower speed, then we're faster with Dreadnought. So what if we did something like Lead Octazooka, switch Togedemaru, switch, or not Togedemaru, switch Dreadnought and Razor Shell. still doesn't necessarily one-shot though. That's the problem there. Okay, so maybe that's doing the most. I guess it would have to also be Tomorrow, but alright, let's start from scratch here. What if we just use these two? Because these are all recoil moves I'm just now seeing here. If we bait a wild charge into Eldegoss, it'll take a couple damage from recoil there. And then if we bait a Flare Blitz into Arcanine, take a few damage there. And then the Razor Shell is almost guaranteed to KO. Not necessarily, but it makes the range a bit better. And we'd be faster, because Eldegoss would get him down to -1. So he'd extreme speed, as opposed to using Will-O-Wisp. I think I like that better. So let's start there. Need Eldegoss. It also helps that we don't get intimidated with Dreadnought either. Petalil, you can go over there as well. Okay. So we defeat it with Dreadnought. Who does that bait in? If we're at, say, 80% health. Well, let's see. Everybody is faster. So it'll probably go most damage, because nobody will see a KO. So my guess is Bolton for Thunderfang, which is an easy swap to Gligar for Bulldoze once. It shouldn't help, because it should see that we KO it twice, or in 2 shots with like Razor Shell. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll go into Gligar. To try to potentially get faster. Bulldoze and the Bulldoze would be the way to go, though. Okay. So who would Gligar bait in? Flash Cannon. So it would be Lucario. They do the same damage, so Lucario would come in first.
to Scorch. He does well. Scorch would bait. Probably Furfro. I think this is a good time to get up screens. Or at least to reflect. And then probably need Guagar again for Manectric. And those Ice Fang though would probably be pretty damaged. Scorch does well against Manectric. Could also bring Masquerade for swapping as well. Could be intimidating. Anything else to look at? That flamethrower makes it a little difficult. Masquerade. Okay. So we have Dreadnought, Lead, Eldegoss, Gligar, Scorch, Orbeetle, and Masquerade. Of items, let's see. So probably just want to give maybe a Cherry Berry to Eldegoss because of the Wild Charge it will be taking. And we need to have a Rost Berry on probably an Oranberry on Masquerade as well. Yep, okay. So this should work. I feel confident with it. Web, okay. Cash. Okay. Save for good luck. Because I've definitely wiped this guy one time. I have a Yamper too. She just let me go. How bad would it be?
Well, that's sad.
I think I have to try the swap one more time. There it is. That's what we were looking for.
I should have realized that since Wild Charge didn't
2-hit KO, it would go for Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. That's okay. We have a Rostberry in case this burns. And this should KO? Yeah. At the very least, no extreme speed. I think this brings in Boltund.
Alright, so this is Aura Sphere.
So this has Steadfast, Lumberry.
So, since we know it's gonna Aura Sphere, let's go. Just realized these are all special attacks, so Intimidate means nothing right now.
It's okay.
Just went in.
Right into Sun Scorch here. Force Spear and Flash Cannon do the same damage, so it's not. I just took unnecessary damage.
So it has a Lumberry.
Yeah, let's just let me know. Okay. We're 1 point away from triggering our ordinary. Reach for a throw.
So this is just going to be return. So this is where I want to set up screens. Not necessarily faster though. So do I...
Yeah, let's lower its speed first. Even better. We click Synthesis here. That gets us the minus speed that we need. Hopefully the synth goes through. That's okay. We're swapping out anyway. So that was turn 1 of screens. So we have 5 turns. That was turn 2. That was turn 3. It's turn 5.
That's not good.
Should have just attacked again. Alright, let me think. How do I get through this? I don't really have a fighting move to deal with this right now. I think I see it. Nice.
-2, that's
So now we can do this. Buzz. Okay.
bolted.
So this is crunch. He's just got his berry. I think I have to switch here. Needs the low roll. I think we're okay. Yeah, we go here.
now everything's easy.
Damn. Nice. It's the best that we could do. Bulldoze. Now we're speed tied. So, hope I go first. Dang. I can't switch into anybody here. Yep, we just need to hope Ice Fang doesn't crit.
That's it. That's literally it.
Alright, gotta dodge one. Fantastic. Oh, don't flinch. Because now we're faster.
Ooh, that was close.
Okay. Alright, now we have a double battle, and then we get our encounter. So, it's Orbeetle, Toxicroak lead. Orbeetle, this is wants to put us to sleep. It has Wake Up Slap, this has Wake Up Slap, this is Dark Void. Yeah, so this is a sleep. This is the sleep fight. Okay. Compound Eye, so Hypnosis doesn't miss. Well, small chance to miss. And Toxicroak has Fake Out. Do we have anybody that one-shots either of these Pokemon? Let's see. We didn't have the Piapa Berry or the one-shots. So would Mars not be not bad, because we have our own Fake Out. It could be Far-Fetched. Does that do anything for us? Because it doesn't have Detect. I got thrown off track. Alright, looking at Orbeetle, looking for one-shots. Not seeing any. So let's see. Does anybody our fake out users? Let's see. Toxicroak has 64 speed, so 64. We're looking to beat Hariyama doesn't beat 64. Lombre doesn't beat 64. Togedemaru does. So Togedemaru's gonna move first if I fake out. So who do I rather fake out? Toxicroak, because he does more damage, and it would prevent him from faking out, which would give us a free hit somewhere. So fake out would do. Can we do? What's that? 85.5%? No, we cannot. At least I don't think we can. Well, actually, Gligar's fly does. So if we were to fly up on the first turn, land on him on the second turn, that would be a KO. And Orbeetle doesn't do that much. Okay, so why don't we start looking there? Why don't we do Togedemaru Gligar lead and see where that takes us. So turn 1 we double target Toxicroak. What is Togedemaru doing turn 2? Probably getting the heck out of there, because it's gonna want to either take it's probably gonna take a Psychic and or a Hypnosis. Wake up slap for sure. So is it gonna be Psychic or Buzz? Could be either, so we need somebody who can take both. Scorch does. So we'll bring Scorch as well. Scorch sets up well into Orbeetle. Although I don't know if we could just keep Orbeetle there and focus on Hariyama. Say we fly again onto Hariyama, who are faster than. That'll probably fake out. Does that mean we have to go into, say, Lombre instead? No, I don't want to switch Lombre in there. What about our own Hariyama? Not the best idea either. Those are our fake out users, other than Togedemaru. Okay, we have Detect. With Farfetch'd. And Protect with Tortuga. I don't think I want to swap either of those into a double attack, no. It's gotta be Scorch, and then it's just what do we do from there? So we're gonna have Orbeetle and Hariyama on the field. Hariyama will see Rock Slide into Scorch while Gligar flies up. Unless it fakes out on the first turn. Orbeetle would want a Psychic, and it would be Rock Slide or fake out into this slot. So both Pokemon are off for taking a Rock Slide.
Surprisingly, Orbeetle does okay. I have sand on. Why do I have sand on? Turn that off. I need essentially just someone to wall Orbeetle. I don't really have. Well, I could switch back into tomorrow, actually. If it's rock sliding, yeah. That would be fine. And we can figure out a way to take care of Hariyama, either with a fake out or whatever. Okay, that works for me. After Hariyama goes down, we pivot our focus to this side of the field. Bring Dreadnought. No. Yeah, I think that works. Dreadnought, Orbeetle, Bolton. It's really just going to be Chestos for everybody. Because of all the sleeping in this particular fight. Okay. Everybody should have Chestos. 5, 6 Chestos. Okay. Let's do this. Alright, so turn 1. We need to fake out and click fly on the Toxicroak. That'll prevent Toxicroak from faking out Gligar, and Gligar can fly up in the air. Now we're gonna expect a wake-up slap and probably a hypnosis here. So we want to switch into Centiskorch. Alright, so a lot of not planned things happened there. The crit and then the poison. So Hariyama's definitely clicking Rock Slide now. It's
sees a slow kill into Centiscorch with Rock Slide. So it's definitely going to go for it. So we need to swap out. And go for Fly again. It went Fake Out. Interesting. I thought for sure it would go Rock Slide. We need to get some chip on Hariyama, so we're going to Fake Out. Fantastic. Now it's a 2-on-1. So Orbeetle doesn't really do anything other than try to put us to sleep. So we're gonna Smart Strike. We're just gonna try to do as much damage as we possibly can in this thing. Orbeetle actually does a lot to Gligar. We took 37. Oh yeah, we're definitely down to a crit. 37 plus half, 18, 30, 50. Yeah, we gotta swap out here. It's always psychic into the... Yeah, it's always psychic into the slot. Go our own. I should have swapped out to prep for another Fake Out, but that's okay. My guess is a Dark Void.
My guess.
I wonder if we can just take it out. Nice. All right. So we're gonna get another encounter here. I should probably heal that. So we can choose to go grass. Or fish. And I have thoughts. I think fish might be the way to go, but we'll take a look at the table.
So, here's the table. So we're looking at room 117. So, in the grass, we're just looking at electric types. Right, with the exception of Galarian Alpha, who I think is pretty good. Looks like pretty good. But fishing, we have the ability to get Chinchou here 30% of the time. If we becomes a little bit higher.
So that, I feel like that's the way to go. So it would be, what's that, 36, 37% chance. 1 in 3 to get Chin Chow. And Chin Chow, I believe, always has Volt Absorb. Yeah, always has Volt Absorb here. Which will come in handy on the gym leader battle, Watson. I mean, Pikachu, Electric, Joltik. Joltik's one of my favorites, but I don't think we need it right now. Magnemite. I think going for the Chin Chow is the way to go. So what we're gonna do, since we're trying to manipulate this a little bit, it's not gonna be the full repel. Well, actually, yeah, level 20, because this prevents us from encountering anything under level 20. And then what kind of moves is Chin Chow got now? At level 20, Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, Bubble Beam, Electro Ball. Actually, I think I might need Weeping Bell here, because it has Sleep Powder. Make it a little bit easier to catch. Let's do over Gligar. So we're using the Repel Manip strat here to fish. Essentially, since we're leading with a level 20 Pokemon, anything under level 20 we won't encounter. So the table shows Tynamo can be level 5, anywhere from 5 to 20. So a lot of this 20% is filled with 5 to 19. So if we manipulate with Repel, so by having Repel active and fishing, we decrease the chance of Tynamo from 20 to 1.5 and increase our chance of getting Chin Chow to 37%. So we got 1 in 3 Chin Chow, 1 in 4 Electric, and 1 in, you know, the remaining something that we might not want, although I know Electric is pretty good. But I kind of want Chin Chow for Watson. So that's what we're going to try. And we have you here for Sleep Powder, and we have everybody else for manipulating things. So that's going to be our goal. Let's do Oran Berries for everybody. Now, a lot of these should be... I think I want to swap somebody out for in case we get the Alolan Grimer, because while everybody else is... I'm not really worried about anybody else, but we are pretty weak to Sludge Bomb, so, which the Alolan Grimer would have. So I want to bring something that can resist that, so I want to bring Togedemaru if possible. Do I already have him in the group? I do. Okay, so you know what, I take it back, we are ready to go. We're ready to give this a shot. Okay, So, we have Petalil in our first spot. Our repel is on, activated. And now we fish. And hope for Chinchou. 1 and 3 for Chinchou. It worked. Okay. Now we gotta catch it. So I think I just swap into... No, I'll put it to sleep. Do a golden mouse right instead. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. And then we'll swap into Weeping Bell. Sleep Powder. Nice. Nice. The repel worked. Just call him Light. No. Let's do Guide. Well, that worked out perfectly. Okay, so it evolves at level 27, which is fine by us. Do we get anything early for delaying? So our current level cap's 32. I believe our level cap for Watson's is 35. If I remember correctly. Let me see if I can find him. He's got... 30. Signal beam at 32. So those would be no, so we don't need to delay at all. We just rip it. Let's go. Yeah, we want Shockwave. Take it over Confuse, right? Spark. Probably should have looked at like the stats on our Chinchou before I decided on this. Let me see. Lantern's more of a special attacker anyway. can just not learn Spark. Yep.
There's the Evo. I'm like triple checking everything to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh, I think we're gonna want Flail, aren't we? Underwave's not gonna do us any good in this upcoming gym battle, but I mean, the trainers along the way, it might. I'm not gonna learn Flail. Now, Signal Beam, that I'll learn. I don't know how fast I am. Based on the calc, we're not very fast, but I'll show you what the nature says. We are sassy, which isn't great. Plus special defense minus speed. I would prefer the special attack boost, but I mean this is still fine. And here's the bigger issue: is the IVs aren't super great. Pretty good special defense and decent attack, which means I probably should have kept this part. It's gonna be close, regardless. Okay. Still have a really good Pokemon, though. Alright. On to the next trainer. This trainer has 5 Pokemon: Electivire, Turtwig, Serena, Grapploct, and Quagsire. Okay. So I think we leave Gligar, right? Ooh, nope. Ice Punch. Okay. Maybe not. So we just need someone to hit it hard and who walls it pretty well. I don't know if we have that. Actually, Hariyama does pretty well. We're slower. So we could just click Payback. Well, do Force Palm. No, because we can't paralyze it. Or can we? No, we can't. We fake out. Fake out Payback.
Senate Scorch does okay, actually. Wow, Senate Scorch does real well. I can even use Lunge. Actually, you can Bug Bite to steal the Citrus Berry first, and then Lunge. Yeah, I think we lead Senate Scorch here. Okay, so who does that bait in? Let's Senate Scorch. I guess Quagsire, but we'll see. Serena's fastest. Quagsire, I feel like, has the best matchup because we actually outdad. Oh, Grapploct. Grapploct might come in. Wasn't it just Turtonator though? Let's see, so against Turtonator. We have any Dragon moves. Nope. Definitely do not have Dragon moves. Lyra does well. I'm worried about the Will-O-Wisp though. We can always protect them when we fly. I'm not so sure about that. Dreadnought does really well. It also has a Citrus Berry, so we could Bug Bite before we leave.
Yep. Let's do that. Let's see.
He's gonna beat Serena for Trouble Kick. Trouble Kick.
I think we just go. Yeah, Masquerade.
For
I think unless there's another bug. No, we want to go Masquerade and we'll go itemless, so knockoff doesn't do a crap ton to us the first time through.
Liquidation hurts. Takes payback pretty well. This might be a double swap kind of deal. Monkey does, and then baits liquidation. I want something to take payback, but then bait revenge. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Then Mauville comes in on that, and then we get the reflect up, and then who takes it out? Well, I guess we could. Reflect up, fill. Yeah, we just go right back to Mario. Oh wait, do we need to even switch them? Mario just does pretty well. Yeah, the reflect is helpful. Quagsire. It's got a Rainbow Berry, right? Yep. Can we fight through? One shot with the grass move. So let's do the. Let's do this. Another one of those in case we freeze. And fake out options. Yeah,
This is a good team. Okay, so we have Centiskorch, we have Dreadnought, we have Masquerain, we're gonna want Hariyama. We're gonna want Orbeetle. And we're gonna want Lombre. Alright, let's move some items around. In terms of status, Centiskorch is going to take a discharge, so we should probably do a Cherry Berry instead of a healing item here, because we're going to bump bite his Citrus Berry. So let's do that instead. Let's do Berry, Cherry Berry. Let's see. Heat Crash. We'll do a Frostberry here. No item on Masquerain. And that's it. Do we need to pre-burn Hariyama? Scrap box for some extra damage. Certainly doesn't hurt. Next force power 2 hit. Let's do that. Let's do it. Okay. Put those first. Damage to us with discharge. Good Cherry Berry in case we get paralyzed. We're gonna heal from him. His Citrus Berry. Thank you very much. That's why we have the cherry. I thought it might be red blocked. I thought it could be Terminator, but alright, so this is liquidation. fake out for some chip. That's revenge. What's the payback? This is the dark typing. Burned. So we actually 2-hit on Force Palm, and we're faster. It does have a lump berry. So if we paralyze it, we'll just heal. But nice. Through that. Sweet. Okay. This should be low kick or drop kick. Either way, we want to get aspirated. This has Queenly Majesty, so we can't do any priority moves. But we don't need to. We just signal beam twice. And we're good. This is probably the heat crash, right? Yeah, it's gonna proc at Citrus Berry, huh? And we have Rossberry for this. So even if it does, we should be fine. Almost even better. Quasar. Let's EQ first. Wait, it might curse. Shit, I can't let it get out of hand. I gotta go right into this. So we should heal enough to keep us out of crit range of a nice punch, right? Yeah, we just need to heal for 6. I think we can definitely heal for 6. Oh, hello there. I see you. Don't do it. Do you need to get through? Here. Oh, you were being so bad. Okay, next up is our triathlete Dylan. Hang on a sec. So you're saying you don't need room and you're just being a bad kid. Okay. Keep my eye on you.
Okay, Selgor. And a Roland Persian and a Dodrio. So Selgor, let's see. Looks like we can just send to Scorch.
It has Water Shuriken. If it crit 5 hits, crit all 5, we are still alive.
So I feel like we can safely use to send a Scorch. There's no way we outspeed it. 107 speed. Not a chance.
So yeah, I think we just lead with a
Scorch Flame Wheel. And then one shots it. We'll bring in. Oh, we're bringing Dodrio for Drill Peck. That's an easy swap with Bolton, right? We're slower, so not necessarily. So what do we do? Is it 100% Drill Peck? Drill Peck double hit. Yeah, it's 100% Drill Peck, so we can swap in Total Water for some Iron Waters and Fake Out shit. We'll go for Drill Run. We bring in Masquerade as we get hit by Drill Run. Another Drill Peck. We go minus speed. We bring some form of Eldegoss and Dreadnought to help finish this off. And then along with Persian, we just need a fighting type. Looks like Send a Scorch can get a lunge. Ariana gets a Vital Throw. Just show lucky. Low sweep. I suppose we could low sweep, not punch.
Yeah, that seems to be
A good group. Let's go with that.
So we're gonna bring Togi. Masquerain, Dreadnought, Eldegoss, Hariyama. Fantastic. And I don't think we need anything in terms of... held items, right?
Armor Shuriken, nope. Nasty Plot, Shock
No. So just healing items for everybody here. So orange berries all around.
Do we need to pre-burn? It would make Force Palm guaranteed KO, so let's do that. Alright.
I'm good.
Let's keep going.
How many more? Faithful encounter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 more after this. Okay. Only the 2 hit. It's gotta be Dodrio, right? Drill Peck. Fake out. This is Drill Run. Speed. Checking. Yep. Drill Run. It's 2 speed. Drill Peck. And now Dreadnought outspeeds. Nice. either Snarl or Icy Wind. Which is what we want to get our Hariyama into. The speed down doesn't really matter, it's just getting Hariyama in on a less damaging move. And because we're burned, and we have guts, we're going to take a shockwave, but this is going to one-shot. Next is our second triathlete. Let's switch up this. There we go. We got Rapidash, we got Sensino, we got Swallow. I don't think we're gonna outspeed Rapidash. No, I don't think I have it. 77 is my fastest right now, which is kind of sad. It looks like Dreadnought one-shots it with Razor Shell. Speed if it's -1. So why don't we lead Dreadnought? Hypnosis. No, I see that we do have it's faster. So we just eat it, right? Yeah, just eat it and Razor Shell. And since we're only going to be in for this one, the muscle band to get us over the top. Yeah. Does the hard stone do anything? It doesn't quite get us there. So we have the muscle band with Dreadnought here. So we're gonna lead Dreadnought. So we're probably gonna bring in. Do similar damage since he knows better against it, so I think we'll bring in We're going to get full Ironbark chips on this thing. So Togedemaru is there. And of course we fake out. And it's going to tail slide, so... Ideally, we just stay in with Togedemaru, right? With an Oranberry. Unless somebody takes like no damage. Tortuga. Alright, let's bring Tortuga for backup, just in case. That's it. Alright, and then for Swallow, that's Silk Scarf. This is Bolton, right? Finish off with Togedemaru. So...
Dreadnought does well. The Dreadnought's gonna need low craft damage. Do we have any other like 2 shots on the damage? Could do one minion and just surf twice. Water pulse, surf. No, just surf twice. Yeah, maybe leave with that. I think that's the way to go.
Okay. Alright, so Minion, Togedemaru. You stay home, we're gonna bring Bolton. And Monferno. Monferno hasn't come to a fight in a little while. I don't know if it's actually gonna do anything either. Whoops, let's change items, I think.
We just need... Alright, let's see.
We need a Chesto Berry on the Minion.
Okay, nothing here. If it's Heat Wave, that's what Monferno's for, just to swap into the Heat Wave. Lantern does really well.
You know what? Sorry, Monferno. I'm gonna bring Lantern. And we're gonna give a Rost Berry here. And a Chesto Berry here. And that's that. Let's do it. So we surf. Ah, good miss. Keep the Chesto Berry. This should bring out Cincino. Okay.
Just a tail slap.
This might be a little while. We can figure out. It's just gonna want to tail slap again, so we just stay in. Could sing. I didn't realize it had sing, but yeah. Let's do Smart Strike. Yeah, it's gonna kill itself. Fantastic. This is, I think this is heat. Yeah, this is always heat wave. And then shockwave, bubble beam, electrical, signal. Is the maximum on a hyper voice crit, so we are good. Excuse me. Okay, so we have one more single battle and then one more double battle. So let's take this one. Cling Clang, Electro, Frostlace. Look at some ground psychic. It doesn't go crazy fast. Yeah, Ancient Power is not fun either. Don't really outspeed with many. Well, actually, Orbeetle looks fine. 2 bug bites does well. It just needs to dodge a signal beam. Confusion. So that's not bad. I could always lead with light screen as well. But I think we found our lead. Orbeetle against Playdoll. Anybody else just in case? Scorch is the play for the gear grind. Still with Marrow help? Could. Yeah. If gear grind is contact, I don't know if it is or not. It feels like it should be. Contact, it is. Okay, cool. So I could gear grind, metal coats. Seems to be a thing for me. Let's assume Toblerone takes it out. It's going to be Blue Turtle take it out. Doesn't do enough damage. Send-A-Scorch is going to take it out. Send-A-Scorch by 8.
that's Electro all the way. So,
HP ice. We don't have any hidden power ground, so that's not great. Actually, we do. I lied. I'm looking. It's just clan pearl.
So that doesn't help at all. Okay.
So we need to beat this then, if we already have 4 slots.
Hariyama does pretty good. Overburn.
Was really well overburned. Fake out by the throw. Hariyama seems to be,
Yeah. Anybody else, just in case?
and then Frostlass, Curse Body, Lowberry.
We have enough here that if we just bring somebody else with a fight, we should be fine. Who's not weak to Ice Beam? Okay, so it's pretty fast too. I didn't think of that.
I'd rather be a special attacker, right? Yeah, so why don't we do the minion?
Because if we don't, we can't get burned.
And we can just give it a cherry berry.
Okay, so
Want
anybody can do. So it's really just Frostlass for the statuses. Thunderwave, Will-O-Wisp. Yeah.
okay, so I need an Oranberry here. Our Hariyama can have an Oranberry as well. We'll do a Lost Berry here. A Cherry Berry on Luminion. And then I'm definitely going to need an Oranberry here. And let's go cherry here. I think we could probably actually go cherry here as well. No, I'm probably going to be taking 2 hits, maybe 3. Let's go orange.
Okay. That should be good for the
Prep. Oh, we need to burn Hariyama. No. My status. Burn. Hariyama. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Oops. ready to talk to him. Got to close the menu. There we go. I was thinking I could probably throw up a reflect, but it does way too much damage. It might auto-eyes as well. I should have switched into Token Mario, that was dumb. Oh, we got the flame bodies now. Now I don't need to do any Token Mario swapping at all. I can just stay in here and that burn is gonna do work. Sometimes fake out. Can't get paralyzed from static. Or burned. Only does 78. Alright, I'm on the max. So we're good to just fight through. So now this always sees Hex as a KO here. So what's over for means we're not gonna mess around, we're just gonna go right into it. For that one. Okay, that's fine. No cherry berry for this one, though. It's okay. We swap out. I think they were both going to kill, like locked in, but... Now we have a double battle. This is the one with Emolga and Seeking, and the Emolga just spams Discharge, and
as lightning rod Pokemon and Volt Absorb to, yeah, for their side to not take damage. Alright. So the easiest way, I think, to do this is to, if we have a couple of other new Pokemon or Pokemon that don't take much damage from Amoga, and we can take out the Seeking, that would be ideal. We can also go Eldegoss, who lowers its speed, and that's actually a really good idea. I thought I said it out loud. So I'm gonna lead Eldegoss. So we also want to take out this Seeking as soon as possible. It has a Focus Sash. So we'll be taking an Ice Beam from it, which should be fine. Or do we want to get rid of the Amoga first? I think we want to get rid of the Amoga first, right? Let's go down the Amoga route. Let's see. Dreadnought, Rock Tomb. Does a lot. Ice Fang almost takes it out. What if we do Redstone? That's a guarantee. What if we do Muscle Land? Guarantees Ice Fang and Rock Tomb still viable. It's gonna be a Hydro Pump from Seeking So we can fake out the Seeking. Oh man, that discharge is gonna hurt though. We're not gonna have anything faster than 83. So we have to fake out the Amoga on the first turn, I think. Or let it hit Eldegoss. No, it doesn't make sense because we can't swap it in. Alright, so let's look at the maybe Seeking thing. So we do Eldegoss first. We just leave Lantern in, I guess. Yeah, Lantern does well this like whole fight, except for Marowak. So if we take out Seeking and just leave Amoga in, Seeking is slot 2, so we'll leave him for slot 1. So we leave not Lantern. So we leave Lantern in slot 2. Lantern doesn't do anything to Seeking though, that's the problem. Okay, but we're definitely bringing him. Although, I don't have the most up-to-date one with Signal Beam, so let me see. Let me grab this. Signal Beam does a little bit to Seeking. Not a whole lot at all. Okay. Weeping Bell? An Ice Beam to the face. Okay, so that doesn't work. So I think we have to fake out the Seeking and hit the Amoga, I guess. Alright. If Amoga's like the buffer of the fight, then shouldn't we take out the seeking. Obviously not. This is not Toby's fight. They're all special attackers, I think.
We could do Orbeetle
And set up a screen. And also have Eldergoss in. Just synth turn one with Eldergoss. We take a minimum like almost 50% damage, which is what you want. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so we have the screen up. We have Eldergoss in full health. Trick is who do we take out first?
So if we take out a Moga, we want to bait in Marowak.
So who's gonna bait in a Marowak? Probably like Bolton, right? Yeah. Especially Bolton's not bad. Bolton has the strong bite attack. Yeah. Bolton can get paralyzed. Bolton swaps in to slot 1. Or slot 2 rather. Because we're gonna kill slot 1. I'll leave seeking up. Not Bone Rush. Seeking wants to Hydro Pump. Bone Rush, Hydro Pump. Let's see. Who takes both of those pretty well? Probably Masquerade, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna use the restroom, get some more water, and we're back.
Alright, we are back. Kitten was definitely being a little, not bad, but she's being a cat. But got into some yarn. Had to get the yarn off. Let's see, where were we? We're looking at Marowak. So Bone Rush is baited here. Bone Rush and what? Hydro Pump. Bone Rush is the multi-hit move. It's easiest. Oh man, Ancient Power too. How do I prevent this from getting out of hand? Maybe we do want to bait a Lantern. Take out the 2 buffers and leave Marowak for last. Yeah, Seeking has the lowest special attack, so I kind of want to leave it there. This guy's just going to be ripping Hydro Pumps, though. Could do Lombre. It takes Seeking's Ice Beams relatively well as well. And a Discharge if light... this is all assuming light screen's up. Okay, we'll bring Lombre. Lombre does pretty well into Marowak as well. I think we want to bring in like Eldegoss to bait like a Flamethrower Ice Beam as opposed to Ancient Power. We just need someone to take out Marowak. Artillery does pretty well. Definitely want to bring Lantern. Lantern does okay with Bubble Beam. Has a Citrus Berry. Marowak's gonna be an issue. I think it's Artillery. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay, so we got Orbeetle. Eldegoss. We're not bringing Totodile tomorrow, we're bringing Boltund. We're bringing Lombre. We're bringing Lantern. And Artillery. Unless Lumineon does something against Marowak, which it kind of does. Yeah, but Octazooka 2 shots even after Citrus Berry. So let's do that. Faster. Faster with both, believe it or not. So yeah, Artillery it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to go with the feel on this one.
Kinda, but not really. Actually does well into Marowak.
Yeah, let's do. Let's bring.
Is it two-shot?
We can fake out. Let's bring Hari. No, I'm sticking to what I got. I don't want to make a last second change.
Okay, so
In case we get. In case we get paralyzed.
and then swapping into Bolton.
I don't want him with an Oranberry.
And then
More discharge stuff. So probably just more cherry berries. And then an Oranberry here. Okay, let's check that. Cherry, cherry, orange, cherry, orange, cherry. Okay.
I'm going to be doing a lot of thinking on the fly on this one, so this one might take a little bit longer than usual.
Okay. So my goal is to get screens up. We want light screen up. And we want to synthesis on this first turn. Shit. Well, I'm screwed already because I didn't think about the discharge. Rocking the lightning rod.
God damn it. Now I gotta get rid of CG
Fast. Okay, we gotta swap in here. And magical leaf here. both outspeed this Seeking, so I need to go for... Can't spawn, it's gonna be Bite. And Magical Leaf. What does Lantern see? Lantern sees Brine into Bolton, and Signal Beam into Eldegoss. White Screamer still, though. So I think we double swap here. Brine. Yeah. What is Signal Beam? Yeah. Have to guess right. I think I should be fine. Okay, we'll do this. And Eldegoss. I could just synth with Eldegoss, right? Because I'm the fastest thing on the field right now. No, I'm not. Double swap. I need to reset metronome. So I gotta think of. And then I just gotta start chipping down this moment, right? Yeah. So I'll double into it this turn. Signal Beam sees a KO into Long Brace. We gotta swap him out. here. And I got a bubble beam again. Lantern's gonna see kill into ultimate with or signal beam. So we need to swap into we're faster. It's like minus like 3, right? We swap here and bubble beam here. Sees big old kill on. But we're faster. We're both faster than Marowak. Right? Marowak's speed's only 37. Ancient Power Ice Beam, yeah. So we just Octazooka Bubble Beam into that slot. Lantern's best play is Signal Beam or Discharge. So just gotta hope for no discharge grid, I guess. What do you think? So it's just because I gotta hit both. What do you think? Yeah, I gotta stay in and do this and hope discharge doesn't crit artillery. Nice. That was signal beam instead. Yeah, 78 on the max. Crit. Wait, it missed? How is it faster? I got Icy Wind. That could have been bad. Okay, so if it attacks into artillery, it's discharge. If it attacks in the lantern, it's signal beam. So we go Eldegoss here. Oh my god. go Lombre and it's Signal Beam again.
I had this on the singles, so I was taking more than the discharge than it actually was.
Continue to whittle it down. Discharge. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I think I'm most okay with using it today.
This is minus 1 speed, 30 net speed. What happens when I'm slower?
It's here now. And another signal beam. That's the worst way to do it. Come on, low roll. We need fake out. Signal beam. Just barely faster right now. Oh my god, I made it out with no deaths. That's fine. I don't want to miss. Jesus. Dodged a whole lot of crits there. All because I didn't think about the Sea King. Alright. Alright, we got one more battle left in us, and that's gonna be against Shell. was crazy. Alright, let's just update everything here. I'm thinking it's a little late now. I think I might want to save the shell fight for tomorrow when I have more time to think on a rested brain. I'll go through the calcs a little bit just to kind of get an idea of what I want to do. I think I want to do maybe Bolton. Bolton would be great. I could avoid getting frost breath. None of our grass types work. Lantern does pretty well. Minion might. Yeah, I'm sitting and planning the fight. Rhydon's usually not too bad. Togekiss is a problem, though. Bolton actually matches up really well into it. 2 Sparks looks like it can get the job done. Even with Air Cutter crits, Draining Kiss crits. Yeah, Spark maybe even in the Wild Charge. So I need to do 120. It's like 114. Vespa shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, Dreadnought 1-shots. We have a lot of Pokemon that probably 1-shot. Or even 2-shot this thing. No? Oh. To prevent Stealth Rocks from getting it. Ton of damage, so I might have to work that in somehow to the Rhydon. Galarian Slowbro. You don't have a dark type. Mauville does okay. We got speed. We could go Reflect and then Bug Buzz a bunch. Not always a 2-shot. Probably can't do it. Oh, hurry. Fake Out Force Palm kind of does it. Well, Vital Throw does, but then leaves room for Last Resort crit. Yeah, it looks doable. And based on our encounters, I don't think we have anywhere we can go get that'll be overly helpful. We do have Rustboro. We could get a ground type. That's it. We have Gligar. Does he do anything for us? Against any of these guys? Somebody has inner focus, right? Yeah, the guy who gets one shot by the Zen headbutt. Okay. And it looks like we have the tools. I just gotta come up with a line and make it happen. I don't think Petalil is gonna be coming here at all, because if I go to 32, it's like, nope. Just double check movesets. He's got better special attack, but we don't really want the special stuff. We want the physical stuff. Yeah, so he's probably not gonna be coming. Maybe Clamperl has the right stuff. I'm gonna have to dive into this and come up with a line. Alright, well, thanks for coming out. Yeah, we are gonna call it here. We're doing well. Still only 2 deaths as we make our way to Shell and then into Mauville for our 3rd gym test. So back-to-back tests here coming up on the next stream. But I think we're in a pretty good spot. So we're gonna leave it there. Thank you all again for coming out. I really appreciate it. So I hope to see you on the next one tomorrow night.